Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode on Greg Tech New Horizons. I'm Tome300 and today we're going to get into some, was it hydro cracking or steam cracking? Forget what you call it now, is over here. So I want to make butane and propane. So that's my next quest that I'm on. Now I've been looking at the various ways of doing this and the one I've chose is this one. So severely steam cracked naphtha is what I'm going to try and make. It's a gas, and yeah, we just mix naphtha with steam basically to crack it, and then we should be able to produce propane, which is the byproduct of actually getting tiny piles of carbon dust. So that's going to be quite useful as well. So what I've done, I mean, it's a similar process for both of these that I'm going to use. What I've done is I've set up some machines next to me. So we've got the fluid canner, the chemical reactor distillery, and a low voltage fluid tank. So we've got some bigger tanks ready as well for storage that we can link up when we're ready to do that. But first of all, I'm going for smaller amounts because we're not going to have enough naphtha otherwise. So let's get to it. First of all, we're going to, well, we've done the steam. I've got the steam in there already. So I think what number was it? 21. Page 21. Yeah, page 21. Severely steam cracked naphtha. So if we've got the steam in the chemical reactor. I'll show you in a second. So basically we just need some naphtha cells on program 3 and we're good to go. So let's put this on program 3. There's the steam in there ready. And night time has fallen. Great timing as always. So this bronze pipe is fed down to my naphtha tank. Now I chose to do it in bronze pipe because I want to limit the flow a little bit. I don't want too much coming in. So it's not actually putting any in the pipe yet. I think that's because we haven't connected the pipe to anything, so let's go and do that. Now as you'll notice, my pipe branches off in both directions, so I've got another chemical reactor for the steam ready to do the butane as well. So we want to can up this naphtha. Which at the moment isn't doing anything. Okay, so what have I done wrong? Is it this cover? Import, allow input. Ah, does it have to be? I need to swap these round, don't I, really? Yeah, because they output on the bottom 2 layers. So either that or I can put another output over here. Let's just move that. So rather than swap those around, it makes sense just to put one here, wouldn't it? Yeah. So let's swap that valve with that gauge. Hang on, I need it on the bottom layer, don't I? Now you don't lose the fluids unless you break, I think it's that central block. So yeah, they're still in there. Right, I do need to move this cover now. In fact, do we even need a cover? I think they should output itself. No, we do need a cover. I think I'd have to do that again anyway. I'm not sure why. I can't seem to pipe it. Just wait a few seconds, see if the pump is delayed. Ah, there we go. Import, allow input, there we go. I thought, what's going on? I thought I was going crazy for a minute. So that's fine. That will now fill up all these bronze fluid pipes. I may set some more arrows on them to stop it all sort of sloshing around and backflowing. Okay, so some has found its way to the fluid canner, that's good. So let's can up 3 cells. I mean, how many do we actually need? 32, okay. But we can can that this end. So we're going to item auto output, but let's set the direction first. Okay, so that's gone into the chemical reactor. It's being steam cracked now. There we go, severely steam cracked naphtha. So if we set the output into the distillery, and what program do we need the distillery on for propane? Let's have a look. So program 7. Then we can fluids auto output. Let me just check the direction before I set it. Okay, that's gone into the distillery. And we're making propane. So we can also output this into this tank. There we go, we've got our first little bit of propane. Now we're going to need obviously quite a few to do this. Yeah, I haven't automated this as much as I did the other processes yet. I've gone for a more simple setup. Just because I don't know how much propane, butane, etc. we're going to need. And I don't want to use up all of our oil and naphtha and everything else we've made. Just seems a bit crazy at the minute. So this is obviously going to take a very long time, because we're only producing a small amount at a time. So let's set up the process on the other side. We're going to need some cells. So we're canning it in. This has got the naphtha in, yep. You notice I put a cover on there just in case. I didn't want to try and connect them together. Okay, for propane then, not propane, butane this time. So this is different. This doesn't actually give you a recipe that gives you carbon or anything else. It actually gives you nothing. It just gives you the gas. So if we severely crack it again, we're going to get 25 litres of butane. See, these other ones we can't really do. I mean, we could do heavy fuel or light fuel. I'm going to keep it with the naphtha though. You can actually use refinery gas as well, but then you only get 3 litres at a time, so that's tiny. Severely hydrocracked naphtha. So we'll get 25 litres at a time on program 1, 30 EU a tick, 2.4 seconds. So this didn't actually need to be on any program. This one does though. But that's in a distillery, isn't it? Severely hydrocracked naphtha. So program 1 in the distillery. In the chemical reactor we want it on hang on, this is the same as the other side. Why is it showing me something different? We've got on program 3. I know it's night time again, isn't it? Hang on, item also output. So there's our severely steam cracked naphtha. Whoa, hang on a second. These are hydro cracked, not steam cracked. Right. Okay, so I need to reset this process. So it's not steam we need, it's hydrogen. So I need to bring down some hydrogen. Okay, this has got hydrogen in. Already coming all the way down here. Okay, so if we've got any more pipes, don't really want the large ones. Let's go and see what pipes we've got. Actually, we can utilise the steam pipe, can't we? We'll take that apart. So this steam pipe coming in here, we don't need. The amount of times I build things, I have to remove all the lighting. Just run out of room all the time. Again, I'm going to limit the flow using bronze pipes. So some of it's got hydrogen in, some's got steam in. Okay, hang on. We need to get the steam out, don't we? Can we not? Okay, the best thing I can do is break this machine, replace it, so I can drain the steam out of the pipe. It should refill with steam. Okay, I'll do that again. I don't want to have to take all the pipes down and redo it all, if I can avoid it. Okay, looks like that's all the steam out of it. No, it's still got a bit in there. Okay, that's definitely all the steam gone. Okay, now we've got hydrogen in there, that's better. So we can put the cells back in. These aren't doing anything yet because they're not on a program. So butane. So we're going to use hydro cracked naphtha. So it's program 1 in the distillery. But to hydro crack it in the chemical reactor, we need it on program 3. So we shift click, then we can select program 3. This we need on program 1. Okay, so there's our butane. There we go. Once we get enough, we can put that into cells to complete the quest. So that's making butane and propane. We've still got to make methane, LPG, and nitrogen. How's this side doing? This is probably stopped. We have 315 MB. What I might have to do is recycle the cells and get some tin item pipes and with covers on and set that up. Save me having to keep doing it. Because it's going to be a long process, isn't it? Do we have any... Let's see if we have any conveyors. We don't have any on us. Okay. We have some tin item pipes. Let's go get some conveyors. It should be in this end one. Take a couple of extra ones just in case. So this steam tank's still full up, that's good. Not sure if anything's running at the moment. I was making some cables and stuff, but that seems to have finished. Oh, it's still producing rubber. It's a little bit of a slow process, but it's fine. I forget what the ratio is. Once it reaches enough more rubber dust, it will convert that. Yeah, I'll just leave it to it. Okay, so to get these cells back in, now we can't input on the face side, so we've either got to go underneath or behind, but I think behind is the power, so we could go underneath, or we can go on the side. I'll do it underneath, it's going to be neater, isn't it? Oh no, we've got the steam pipe underneath. Okay. Okay, it's not going to be the neatest setup, but main thing is it'll work. So we're going to import the empty cells. In fact, can we take this up higher? Well, just to be a little bit neater. There we go. So yeah, that's now going to automate itself. As soon as it uses it up, it will take it back around and put it back in the fluid canner. Yep. Okay, so that's automated that. That can now just run as long as it wants to. I'll have to keep an eye on it because otherwise we'll use up all the naphtha. So we can do the same on this side. We'll need some more item pipes. Okay, let's get some more item pipes and let's skip the night time. Oh, we've got a nice little speed boost. Do you like the speed boost? I've got plenty of the small ones. Probably could have used them, but okay, let's make some more. Can we not recycle these? I can't remember. Is there not a way we can use? I know we can pulverise them, smelt them into ingots. A bit of a crazy one, fertiliser. Anyway. I don't see I'm going to need this many small. I mean, I could melt them down. We've got it bookmarked. Nope. Okay. I don't know why I haven't got this bookmarked, but I have now. Can't wait to make these in the extruder. So we're going to make. Let's make a load of them. Tin plates. How many tin plates we got? Alright, let's put that through the bending machine. Just so I can make some more later. Hang on, why have I got this one? No, it's the same. It's alright. Confused me for a second. I've got going from the side, haven't I? That's it. That kicks that back into life, so we can start making lots and lots of butane. So we've got enough for a couple of cells worth already. Here, we don't seem to be getting a lot. Okay, the carbon dust is holding it up, so we need to output the carbon dust into a chest or something. Or a barrel. No, I don't want to go up that way. Yeah, I'm going to output it into a barrel. Okay, only thing is I won't be able to see my battery buffer. I like to keep an eye on them to see if they're okay. I could put it up there, I suppose. Just pipe it up. Didn't need to be that high. Yeah. Then I can keep an eye on the battery buffer. Hopefully that will pull that out. Oh, I still can't see the battery buffer. Never mind. I suppose I could just remove that block. That's it, we've still got access, that's good. So that's filling up with carbon dust. Let's lock that. Yeah, we can carry on making propane. Okay, so that's how I've decided I'm going to make my butane and propane. I'm sure there's plenty of other ways you can do it as well. But yeah, I think it's quite a nice little process. It's going to give me basically 64 cells worth. So I know I only need 32, but we'll make 64. With this pack, we know we always need a lot more than it says we need, so it's always good to have extra. I can leave that on there. We've got methane to do and nitrogen. So I did have a quick look at this earlier. So we need to centrifuge air. This process takes a long time, especially at LV tier. We've got 8 already because we got it as a Equestria award. You get air from compressed air cells which have gone from running cells through a compressor. Each one contains 2,000 litres, unlike a normal cell that contains 1,000 litres. Okay. So the only thing we need is some cells. I'm going to pinch one out of each one. I could go and craft some more, I know. I only need 2. Okay, so my first distilling setup I've expanded a little bit. So we've added a chemical reactor, a centrifuge and a compressor in here. So hopefully we can make some nitrogen over here. So if we run these through a compressor, we should get the compressed air cells. We can then centrifuge it. Hopefully. So you have to compress 5 empty cell. So 5 compressed air cells will give us an oxygen cell and 4 empty cells and all that nitrogen gas. Okay, so we need more. Have we got any cells in here? Only the large ones. Aha, we do have some. A whole stack, lovely. Right, that should give us enough to do one process. Now, once we've made the nitrogen, we need somewhere to put it, don't we? Maybe in one of these tanks? So we need nitrogen cells. In fact, didn't I have some of these? Yeah, I did. I was going to say, I did have some of these in my inventory, so let's put one there. Okay, it's making nitrogen. We're going to set the output onto that side. And fluid auto output. We'll put a couple of empty cells in there ready. Okay, one thing we might have to do is to find a way of getting the empty cells back in again. Well, if we want to automate it anyway. Yeah, it takes 80 seconds. I mean, I know that's probably a quick process compared to some other things. I know some processes take absolutely ages. Okay, we've got nitrogen. We completed a quest. Okay, it's going to give us another 8 compressed air cells. That's good. So that was a main quest. So that was a good one to get done. Might as well put those in there. We'll make some, because in fact let's make quite a bit. I'm not sure how much nitrogen we're going to need, so we'll let it do its thing and make us some nitrogen. I know we're going to need it later. So yeah, the only one we're waiting on now is this butane and propane. Going to have to look into how we make methane as well. Distilling some refinery gases gives you some methane gas. There are many more and probably better ways to get methane. Okay, let's have a look. So we can turn propane into methane in a chemical reactor. And we get isoprene cells. Or we can do it that way round, okay. Propane, methane, isoprene, okay. We can also distill, that's distilling a refinery gas. Could hydro crack the refinery gas, so just mix it with hydrogen in a chemical reactor. Yeah, so there's a few ways we can make that. I'll have a look through and decide which I think is the best way. I mean, we probably can't do it the really best way because we're not quite there yet. Although we've got options, we've got plenty of different gases now and fluids. Yeah, we still don't have enough of this yet. Why has this stopped? Hydrogen. Yeah, we're running out of hydrogen gas. Yeah, the pipes are empty and we've drained the tank. I do have another tank of it over here. Are we still producing hydrogen? No, stalled, insufficient power. Why? This side's fine, but this one's stalled. Why have I got a battery buffer there and it's not connected to anything? Okay, that might be the reason why it's stalled. Right. I obviously forgot to link that up. So, can we do it from the other side? We need some 4x tin cables. Okay, I do know I have some in a chest down here crafted. Let's take the whole stack. I can't get on it because all the pipes are in the way. Right, what's this fluid pipe? Let's move this for a minute. Okay, we should be producing hydrogen again. Wish I'd noticed that earlier. Now we're going to have to wait a long time while it produces hydrogen, because the tank's completely drained. So it takes 100 seconds and uses 30 EU a tick. Wow, it's power hungry. I'm curious actually if there's any other ways of making hydrogen quicker. Okay, we don't have mercury, but chlorine and water mix. Propane or propane and ethylene. Okay, so there are lots of ways of making it. Looks like I'm making it the slow way. Ah, that's an interesting one. Water and sodium dust. Because at the moment we're just electrolysing water. Yeah, I mean that's the one. No, that's not what we're doing, because that's 50 seconds. 100 seconds, it gives us 2,000 litres every 100 seconds and an oxygen cell. Yeah, if I want to make it quicker, I need some more different products. I mean that's MV now, isn't it? So I don't know why I'm looking at that. So we might be a bit limited what we can do with the hydrogen. It might just be a case we've got to wait a very long time. Yeah, I can see that tank being empty for a long time. I might have to utilise this hydrogen over here. So we have an output on the other side. So yeah, we're using it to make naphtha at the moment. So we could potentially use some of that. Otherwise this is going to take forever. Yeah, I'll work out what to do with it. So yeah, I mean this one's running okay at least. This is also very slow, as are most things, as we know, but this is automated now, so I can just leave it to do its business. I can go on and do some other quests, and eventually when I come back I'll probably have a barrel full of carbon dust and hopefully a tank full of propane. So yeah, thank you all for watching again. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope it's been informative. Let me know what you think as usual. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And we'll see you again soon. Bye for now. Bye everyone.